And I greet you in Jesus' precious name. I want to get right to the point. It's quite a sensitive subject. I'm talking about fasting. Now, according to the Word of God, we need to fast. We need to fast for many different reasons. One of them is to bring the physical body into subjection to the spirit, okay? Otherwise, the body tends to take over. This is not about losing weight. Don't even go there. If you're fasting because you're trying to lose weight, that's not fasting. That is dieting. I'm talking about a spiritual concept here. Jesus spent 40 days, 40 nights in the Judean desert fasting. He had no food and no water. Now, there's no human being can do that. You know that. After 3 days of no water, the body starts to close down. But Jesus, although he was very much man, he was spirit as well. I want to speak to you about fasting. Very important. We go straight to Isaiah chapter 58, and I'm reading 2 verses, and they're very self-explanatory. Verses 6 and 7. Now the Lord is speaking. He's speaking to you, sir, to you, madam, and he's speaking to me. Listen carefully. Is not this the fast that I have chosen? To loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the heavy burdens, to let the oppressed go free, and that you break every yoke. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and that you bring to your house the poor who are cast out? When you see the naked, that you cover them, and not hide yourself from your own flesh, your own family. That is the kind of fasting the Lord's talking about, taking care of the hungry, taking care of the needy. And then Jesus will satisfy our souls. We shall be like a well-watered garden in the time of drought. Folks, you have to fast, of course, but the fast the Lord's talking about here is to take care of the poor and to take care of the needy, and especially those who can't pay you anything back. You know, I remember clearly my old dad. I love him so much and I miss him so much. He's in heaven, and he's waiting for me there. I had the privilege of leading him to Christ before he died. When he became a new Christian, I went up to see him one day. He lived in a little cottage just behind my little house. I said, Dad, you know, as Christians, we've also got to fast and pray. And he said, fast, laddie? He came from Scotland. He had a very broad Scottish accent. He said, are you telling me about fasting, laddie? I said, yes, Dad. He said, son, I fasted for 3.5 years. You see, he was in the prisoner of war camp for 3.5 years in Germany and in Italy. How do you speak to a man like that? I'm saying he must do a bit of fasting. He said he fasted for 3.5 years. But jokes aside, we need to fast. It's good for us. It's good for our bodies. It's good for our spirits. It's good for our minds. And we need to fast. Now, some of you say, I can't fast. I'm a diabetic. That's okay. You can fast like the Lord's talking about here. Taking care of the needy. Visiting that old person in hospital. I'm going to take an hour every week. That's going to be my fast. I'm going to go to that old age home or that hospital, and I'm going to visit that old person because no one else does. I'm going to take some food down into the valley where there's poor people and they've got nothing. In other words, it's depriving yourself. In other words, it's putting the flesh down and dying to self. Galatians chapter 2 verse 20. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ who lives in me. The life I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God who loved me and died for me. That is what the Lord wants. He wants us to put him first. Until next time, Jesus bless you and goodbye.